Okay, dokie. So I'm going to try a live stream for a couple of things. Really, I read recently that the NVENC encoder was giving us problems with Odyssey, and the other thing I learned was that there had been another dod of story about salvation and the legacy of the Hesperus. So we're going to go and have a look at that part of the story. I'm assuming, not going to involve a lot of landing missions and stuff, which is fine. It's something I did during the original part of the game, prior to Odyssey being released. And it's something I was going to stream. I'd captured a lot of footage of, got a little bit sidetracked with real life, and seen quite a few other streamers actually covering it, so I just deleted it all off my hard drives and never bothered. But this bit of the story I haven't actually done. And it is quite old now, it has been a while since it came out. So we'll give it a go. I'm also doing this as a little bit of a test stream because I want to see how my chat windows and stuff like that works. So I'll give it a go. If I go quiet for a little bit, because I'm typing to somebody that's helping me out. A special mention to Lone Wolf, Commander Lone Wolf Pack, who hopefully will appear on chat every now and again as we test the chat as well. So yeah, I'm back on board my carrier and I'm going to go and get my exploration ship because I'd imagine there's a fair bit of flying about. And this is the carrier commander screen or control screen on Odyssey, which is extremely frustrating because everything's upside down for how it was before. Why did they change these things? I don't know. And it's also showing that Shipyard has got a tariff on it, which may be the case. I just don't remember setting that up. So let's have a look. So thanks for coming, Andy, and thanks for your help. With a bit of luck, that text will be disappearing off the screen. It may not appear because I've got this stuff up now. So let's get my new ship up, and we will get out there. I'm also not too sure of the delay in these things, but we'll see. That's if I've actually got the damn thing switched on. That would be funny. It should be, right. Okay. But yeah, we're going to go and have a look at this salvation guy. So that requires us to go into the codex. This tells us, not the codex, sorry, Galnet. Because this basically tells us the whole deal and where we need to go. And I think there's maybe two places we could go. There it is there, Legacy of the Hesperus. So we can go to Chuck Chan, which is where the whole saga started, which is probably where I'm going to go. Or we can head out to Percy Start Region KCV C22 that's written there, which is basically where the we found the ship that was scooping up all the crap for the stars and the third bit of the story. So let's go to Chuck Chan. So we'll get up the now wonderful Odyssey's navigational galactic map. So there's been a lot of chat about this. And it's been mixed reception, I think is the best way to describe it. I actually quite like it. I'm getting used to the changes. But yeah, there was enough of a frustration for people to make it annoying for them. So we'll head to this system. Because we're in my Explorer, I'm hoping it's not going to be too many jumps. So let's head out. and we will get off and we'll talk about some of the current games I've been having Odyssey since patch 4. Which has been, I guess, interesting as games go. I think the alpha test was probably a step that needed to be done a different way. I think it was good that people actually got to see the game and comment on it before it came out, but I think it was bad that there was lots of people just wanting to play it instead of alpha testing it and finding it was wrong. So when the game came out, and it was released way quicker than anybody thought, it was just Bug City, really. Quite a few of them are still there. So when they're going to release, I believe it's 5 on the roadmap. It's meant to be soon, but I'm not entirely 100% sure. So this is the new rendering on Odyssey, which gave me problems streaming when I first came in. And like I say, I think Nvidia's encoding hardware problems with it. Or seem to be getting a kind of stable 70 frames per second in space. That kind of drops down a little bit on land, because there's more textures going on. Yeah. 96, yeah, I'm going to need to do a mad neutron jump. Oh, and I'm too close. Damn it. Yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen. So the chat isn't working, is that not working in the stream? Let me check OBS. What have I not done? I think is the chat working? Well, hang on, maybe I've not transitioned that in. Well, I wonder if I've got the wrong one in. That would be funny. Let me just check this. Yeah, I've got the wrong one in. We love it. We love testing stuff. There we go. There we go. There we go. Right. Let's see if it disappears. Right. Sorry about that. Okay. Right. I need to get away from this neutron star. That would help.
Frameshift drive charging.
I want to scoot for this though.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage. Temperature critical.
Oh, it's hot.
Taking heat damage.
Getting hard in here. Pop a hot thing away. Okay, so it's a DA star. Oh, I don't like scooting for these, they're a pain.
Heat sink deployed.
Right, okay, let's try this again. I can avoid ramming into it this time. Because that 96 light years is a lot. What's the betting I've lost my plot there? Brilliant. That never used to happen. I'll check this again once I've super done this. Yeah.
Frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Oh, supercharged. Is that the word?
Frameshift drive
Right,
supercharged.
now and get away. Now, under Horizons, we never lost the target where we were going. And here, we always had it up. And it used to always be the last one that you were aiming for. There it is, so it's came back, so that's good. I think that's maybe been fixed. So that's cool. I've not done a super jump like that for a while.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, does the chat position look okay, Andy? Right corner. Okay. Yeah, I end up cutting a lot of it off if I do that. Is that something to do with the CSS?
Fuel scooping.
Move it to the right. Okay. Well, I think I need to look at the CSS for it, but at least it's disappeared now. Well, let me try something. Let me
Fuel scooping.
Let me do this instead.
Frameshift drive charging.
The other thing, I don't know if it's hiding the text, but I don't know if it's actually moving the line up. I want to see what happens when it gets to the bottom. That's it scrolling now. So let's jump into Jan and see what happens when we get in here. Yeah, I'd like it on the right as well myself, but it's so there must be something I need to do to change the sizes so that because it autos arranges it. Because at the moment it just clips if I change the size of the window. So I'll have a look at that though. Obviously need to do something to make it fit into the window that I've selected for it. I don't see anything appearing in here, so maybe we need to dock somewhere. Maybe they've changed the mission. Maybe I need to go to the ghost ship. Ghost ship's still here. Okay, we'll try the ghost ship. Not entirely sure how this mission works, Andy, because I've not researched it at all, but I thought it would be one of the ones we just come here and get it. I'll go. I never thought about that. I'll go to the ghost ship and see what happens. So the ghost ship is basically where the entire story started. The Adamastor jumped in after 200 light years, lost in space, and the whole, oh god, whatever they're called, biochemicals, and the whole saga opened up. And that involved a lot of cryptic clues, a little bit of cipher decoding, a little bit of running about all over a few different nebulas, Forest Nebula, California Nebula. But basically a whole heap of work was done by, I believe, the Canon guys who were breaking the codes. And if they weren't breaking the codes, they were basically brute forcing the areas of space. And they found a ton of listening posts, all of them giving indications where the hell this Salvation guy wanted us to go, which led to the dredger ship and the nebula I mentioned earlier on, which is the one that's actually mentioned in the Galnet article. The ghost ship's behind the panel. I'm flying about erratic as hell, Andy, because I want to see how the coder works. I've always used NVEnc. I've never used this other one before, so if it doesn't pop up here, I'll go back to the nav beacon. Or I'll just dock at one of the stations and actually see what it is. I'm not sure if it's kind of a ram-tad deal or something like that. Pretty sure this has been covered by some of the more prominent streamers out there. Dark in Odyssey. Oh, big lag. Big lag. So there's an, I think that's the ship, so maybe I need to scan it again. Got some crap lying about here to pick up as well. Not big materials though. Does this look different in Odyssey? This is the first time I've actually seen this in Odyssey. I think this looks different on Odyssey, Andy. Still kind of broken. I wonder what the dredger ship looks like in Odyssey. That might be worth seeing. Right, let's scan it again. So all the usual junks come up that come up before. That's a new one. I'm not sure either. Remember the log. That red box is, I just don't remember that red box. Below the... Remember seeing that red thing before? Below the target. Maybe it was there, I just never noticed that. What is a range thing? What is a range thing? Okay. Ah, something's happened. Okay, what was that? There we go. So we need to scan it to get the message. Right, where have we got to go? I need you to learn what's happened to the surviving crew members of the Hesperus. Oh. The abandoned ship nearly 2 centuries ago. It's possible they discovered something of scientific value. The Hesperus began its journey from the Raichu system. Every 100 light years there's beacons. Only 17 beacons were launched. I assume this stopped when Pharmasapien took over the ship. Azimuth Biochemicals. Oh, that's a big long story. It's all in the codec. Go and read it. Shortly after this point, the survivors of the original crew escaped using one of the secondary crafts, which were specially modified. What? I need to do a little bit of maintenance here. The old eyes are not what they were. That's better. Shortly after the point, survivors, the original crew escaped using one of the secondary craft, which was specifically modified. Blah 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 blah. I urge you to accept the task of finding the beacons. So we're looking for beacons. Oh god. Deployed them every 100 light years. So how the hell do we find these beacons? This message will expire. 17 beacons every 100 light years. Wow. So my jump range is not quite 100 light years. Where'd it go? So the first place we're going to go is Lee Chu. Be a fair assumption, I would think. Lee Chu. No spelled that right, am I? L-I-H-U-L. Lichul, maybe. I told you they weren't as good as before. L-I-Y. Cool. There we go. There it is. Cool. 23 light. Sorry Andy, this might be boring. So basically the text is working and I need to fix the position a little bit. Oh. No. That's not there we go. I'm not sure how it's streaming. You can tell me that, Andy, if you wouldn't mind. If that codex is any better than what I used. Usually this was a hell of a bottleneck in the old engine. The warp effect is a lot better than what it was. So we're looking for listening posts, beacons, and if we're on planets.
Disengaged.
Maybe we need to use this thing. Listen. So, could go in the nav beacon, but I'm looking specifically for their beacon. A big system in it. Good quality, okay, that's good to know. So it looks like the NVENC has been having problems with Odyssey engine. That's pretty poor, really. Good if it's playing any better, it's maybe... It really doesn't get to work until I try to land somewhere, that's usually... Let's drop in this, see if I get any tips here about what's going on. Anything in here to find though. And we're not getting anything there, so So I might need to do a little bit of research for this one, I think. This hasn't popped up anything of interest. But they dropped a probe every 100 light years. That was the first, that was a log from before. Remember that one. So, 100 light years, but that could be a massive amount of system. "300 light years wherever the last beacon is located." Wow. 17's a lot to find in one night. Okay, so I don't think I'm going to do this tonight. But the test has been good for the text disappearing, and the encoder seems to be a lot better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find a planet to land on to see how the coder copes with that. That's worth looking at. Because I noticed there is some landable planets here. I've got atmospheres. Let's go and have a look at one of them. This one's pretty cool. The last planetary landing I did was earlier today. When I went to do a mission in one of the Odyssey missions, and it sent me to a 3G world, and I had a nice rolled crash on it, and then I couldn't get out of the ship to walk about in feet. That was kind of annoying.
Frameshift drive charging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of reading on that Hesperus thing. Hey, that's the mission that failed because I couldn't get out of the damn planet. Very annoying. What? Here's another annoying thing, because absolutely everything get joined together onto... This will be testing the codec, this will. Because everything get joined together on the ships in Odyssey, all my bounties for power play were transferred to everybody I had. I wouldn't imagine it like that. What the codec's like for that interdiction. Back. Right, so we've had an interdiction, we've flown close to the stars, we've did all sorts of jumps, we've thoroughly tested this encoder. I think all we need to do is see what this planet looks like, because the Odyssey planets, and some of the Horizons one for that matter, were a little bit crappy frame rate wise. I didn't notice any appreciable drop in my frame rate there, so. Don't see any blue glow, so if it's got an atmosphere, it's not got much. There we go, let's go on the light side. This one's quite close to the sun. We'll see if it likes it. Yeah, I know, a bit of triangulation. I wasn't expecting anything, Andy. I was just wanting to see what the new codex was like. I wanted to see if I could live stream again. And I haven't been to the Salvation guy since the new thing came up.
Orbital flight engaged.
Oh, there's a little blue glow there. I really wish I had a better card for to play this game. It's really... It's getting frustrating that it's this is going to look a nice world, I think, though. It's getting frustrating that it's you know, it looks nice, but it's going to be way better in a proper, you know, stronger graphics card thing. I'm not explaining that very well, but you know what I mean. Hey, this is going to be nice looking, this one. I wonder if they're fixing the planetary tech in this thing coming patch that everybody's getting very excited about. Oh, things are looking up, at least I've no bounced off of this one, so.
Landing gear deployed.
They're definitely quadrants, the yellow lines, Andy. They definitely are. Yeah, let's get down. There we go. Oh, hang on. Night vision on. Let's turn that on. Right, let's go. I can go here. See what that. See what happens here. See what this is recording like. Ah, the footsteps out of the ship. Frontier's biggest wind up to the players, that is. So the last encoder didn't like this. It kept dropping frames and was awful. How does this look? I like this world, it's nice. Oh, fell right through the wing. You really get up close in the ships now though, huh? The deal, it's a huge difference. Had no idea that the bits were actually separate for the body till now. Ah. Thermal vent. Don't stand in that. It's really frustrating that they get this detail and they'll no put the bit inside the ship. Surely you would think that they could find some way to include that into some kind of content. I got a screenshot here. Oh god. See, that was way better than I've ever... That's way better than what I've used to. In here, he's looking up. Hey, hello, Commander. Not too sure what the keys are. S keys. There we go. Hey, oh, don't fade. Like that image, that's nice. Ah, come on. Bright star, eh? Right, that's good. Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot time. So that's looking good, so let me... Alright. So, I might have something to do in a streaming sense, because this salvation thing will bug me until I do it. Oh wow, that looks really nice. Oh, don't fade, don't fade. Ah. My bearing's right here. Don't fade, don't fade. Here it comes. Still moving him. Oh, there we go. mean, there is an opportunity for some absolutely fantastic visuals in this, but it's oh, it's yeah, it's good. So let's get back in. Where am I going? In here. So we'll probably do another stream actually on this salvation guy now that I know how I've started it. And thanks for the testing, Andy. I appreciate that. I need to have a little look at a little bit more information on chat bubbles. But we'll call it a wee day here. Because it's getting early on, and that time there's actually not in the UK, we're an hour ahead, so yeah, time to call it a night. And thanks very much for the help. I appreciate it.